a great opportunity to make your way to the viewing room to get ready for the narrated tour. And even though it's extremely calm here this evening, you always use handrails whenever you're on a boat. There's plenty of them on this boat to take advantage of. Now once you get to the viewing room itself, you'll notice a step-down carpeted area on 3 sides of each of the 2 viewing wells. What you want to do is go ahead and take that step down, move yourself to the furthest point you possibly can, fill in your own gaps, and use the carpeted area just like a seat. It's just fine to let your feet dangle over the viewing glass. There's not a problem at all with that. In fact, that's going to get you close to the glass. More importantly, it allows folks kneeling on the blue bench seats behind you a great chance to see right over your shoulder. So it just makes it nice and fair for everyone involved in the viewing. And we have a good-sized group, so we do need everybody's cooperation. So please, if you're in that carpeted area, do use it like a seat. If you find you're uncomfortable, please trade with somebody who's a little more comfortable using the area as a seat. Beyond the blue bench seats, again, be loud, don't swing your legs through. That only prevents somebody from sitting in the carpeted area. Don't clutter up any of the area with backpacks, purses, shopping bags, coolers, things like that. Make sure those are all set out of the way. Once again, this just allows everybody to get a little nice spot to do their viewing.
See all the fish down there?
Now we have some beautiful conditions here for you this afternoon to add to your enjoyment. You happen to have the very best narrator business, and that is Sarah. She's extremely knowledgeable about the ecosystem and more than happy to share that knowledge. So if you have any questions at any time throughout the presentation, feel free to get her attention asked away. Also keep in mind it is a narrated tour. If you have comments or questions you want to share with family or friends, it's fine. Just do that at a very low volume so the rest of folks will still enjoy what Sarah has to say. Cell phones, a great time to put those on silent. If you feel you have to have a cell phone conversation out here, that's fine, but those are required to be taken outside. Now speaking of outside, anytime throughout the presentation, if you'd like to get back outside and get some fresh air, you're more than welcome to do that. You're not required to stay in the main cabin the whole time. If for any reason, if you move yourself in or out of that main cabin, please close and latch the door behind you when you're outside. Also keep in mind, this is a National Marine Sanctuary, so that's really nothing goes off the side of the boat. Sarah, when we're all set up, whenever, go ahead, Taylor.
Thank you very much, Captain Brian. How's everybody doing? Good. All right. Well, welcome out here to the Great Florida Reef. You guys picked an awesome day to come out here and do your viewing with us because we have these awesomely clear waters. We can see right down to that sea floor, see all of these corals, all of these fish swimming around. We don't get that every day. Sometimes we come out here and it is super cloudy and we can't even see anything. It's also super calm out here as well. It's more like being out on a big lake instead of being out in an ocean. And it's really impressive when you think about how far out we are. We brought you guys 6 miles south of Key West, but Key West is just a little island out here in the Atlantic Ocean, and it sits 110 miles from the mainland. So realistically, we are 160 miles out to the ocean, and the water is this calm and this clear and nice to do our viewing today. So excellent choice in days to come out with us. We're going to give you guys a little bit more information about where we are, so you can kind of get your bearings a little bit. And then I'll let you guys, we'll talk about everything that we see down below the glass. We'll talk about all these fish and all these corals. You probably noticed by now that most of these fish swimming around are pretty little, not much more than a foot in length. So if you, we got a big old nurse shark sitting there. I was just going to tell you how to see anything big. No, that was a nurse shark that just swam by. He's one of the most common types of sharks that we have out here. They kind of look like a catfish, as you notice. Those guys are pretty docile sharks. If you were swimming around down here and one of those sharks came up to you, they're really not going to bother you unless you provoke them. They're pretty lazy. And they are nocturnal, so it was pretty cool that we got to see one swimming around during the daylight. Those guys like to do their feeding at night. And during the day, they are extremely lazy. All they do is just lay around on the seafloor, and they don't even swim around. They have a pump in their throat called the buccal pump that can pump water through their gills so that they're still getting oxygen and they don't have to swim to get it, so they can just hang out on the seafloor all day. They also use that pump when they're feeding. It looks like that nurse shark might be heading out now to try to get himself some early dinner. They like to feed on really expensive food down here. They love lobsters and shrimp and crabs just like we do. And those all live out here. They just live deep down in this reef line to hide away from from bigger predators like that. It's usually when you're deep down, those big predators can't get in there to harm them, but nurse sharks can get to them. When they swim around, they have a sensor on their snout that helps to sense off heartbeat. And so when they find a heartbeat that seems like it's something strong and healthy that they want to eat, they open their mouth really wide and they flip over that crevice and they use that pump in their throat to suck that lobster or that crab or shrimp or whatever it is right up out of its hole. It's definitely a rude awakening for whatever is down in there. But it gets to sing the nurse shark because if you were lucky enough to be in the water while that shark is feeding, it sounds like a baby nursing, and that is where it gets its name. The nurse shark, we get to see them a lot around here because this area not too far from here, the Marquesa Keys, is the largest breeding ground for nurse sharks in the world. And they are not the only species of shark we have out here. We actually have over 70 species of sharks, including reef shark, elven sharks, bull sharks, and sometimes we even occasionally get the great white when our water is a little bit cooler. So that's where I was before that nurse shark nicely interrupted me. I mentioned we brought you guys 6 miles south of Key West. Does anybody know where we would end up if we went another 84 miles south? Cuba, yes, we would end up in Cuba. But unfortunately, we don't have time to go that far. This boat doesn't go too fast, and it would take us a really long time to get there. So we're not going to head down that way. We're just going to stay here in the good old US of A. We are at the 3rd largest reef line in the world. So does anyone know what the 1st largest one is? It's in Australia. That's the Great Barrier Reef down off the coast of Australia. And that reef line is huge. It is much bigger than the one that we are at today. It's over 1,200 miles in length. It is so large that it's actually visible from space. The 2nd largest reef line is down off the coast of Central America. Then it's off the coast of Belize, and that is the Mesoamerican reef line. It's about 3 times the size of the one that we are at today. Ours starts up in Miami, roughly in the Key Biscayne area, and it parallels the Florida Keys all the way out past the Dry Tortugas into the Gulf of Mexico for a total of 274 miles. If we don't have time to go 84 miles to Cuba, we definitely don't have enough time to go all the way up and down this reef line. So we're just going to stay here at an area called the Eastern Dry Rocks. This area gets its name because during low tides, part of it is so shallow that it will actually break the surface of the water. Even during high tides, it's really no more than 1 to 2 feet in depth. That area is right off to the front of us. If you look for a black stake up there, that is the shallowest part of the Eastern Dry Rocks. Also, when you're looking out there, you probably notice a tall steel structure out there. For anyone wondering, that is not an oil rig. It is illegal to drill for oil in U.S. waters, and on top of that, we are in a national marine sanctuary, which means these waters, everything that lives in it and everything that lives on it, and all the birds and everything, are all protected out here. So we're not going to do anything that could possibly harm this ecosystem. That big steel structure out there is a lighthouse, specifically the Sand Key Lighthouse. Those lighthouses actually dot the entire reef line about every 15 to 20 miles. So back before we had GPS navigation, when sailors were sailing along this reef line, they would see one, and as they started to lose sight of it behind them, another one would pop into view, just so they knew not to go too shallow and run aground. I also like to bring up that lighthouse though, because it helps you to get an idea of how everything gets its name out here. Everything has a simple name that it gets usually for what it looks like, what it can do, what it sounds like, what it feels like, things like that. The lighthouse, for example, the Sand Key Lighthouse is because it's a lighthouse built on an island or a key made out of sand. It's very simple. I also told you about it with the nurse shark. It's its name because it sounds like a baby nursing. Everything out here has those basic names. They also have really long scientific names, but they're all in Latin, and Latin confuses me, so we are not going to use those. And when you look down below the glass, everything down there has these simple, common names too. When we're looking down below this glass, I want to point out that we're looking through just regular 1.25 inch plexiglass. There is no light, no tint, no magnification underneath this boat. Everything looks exactly the same as if you were going snorkeling and you were looking through a mask. It is important to point out though that water is 800 times denser than air, so it does create a natural magnification of its own. So everything looks about 25% bigger and 25% closer to us than it actually is. And that leads into one of the first questions everybody always asks out here is how deep is this water? And then they always want to know, is it possible for us to run aground? To answer that first question, when we're over these deeper sandier bottoms, we're at anywhere from about 12 to 18 feet of water, depending on the tide. But when we're over those bigger, rockier coral heads, we're only at anywhere from about 8 to 10 to maybe 12 feet of water. And this boat does have a 3.5 foot draft, so we are not too far away from these corals. So if you were wondering if we could run aground, the answer is yes. It is absolutely a possibility. But you guys have no reason to worry. Captain Brian's very experienced. He's been doing this for about 3 days and he hasn't hit anything yet. You guys have nothing to worry about. So when you're looking down there, you're probably thinking that is a lot of really big rocks and a lot of plants growing out down here, but that is actually not the case. Everything that we are seeing down below the glass is a living marine animal. You don't have any plants that grow out here. If you guys do see any seaweed or seagrass that just blew in from the Gulf of Mexico. Everything that you are looking at down there is a coral. Everything that looks like a plant is a soft coral, and everything that looks like twigs and rocks is hard coral. These are all colonies of smaller animals called coral polyps. These coral polyps are really tiny. We're not going to get close enough to see them today because they're just about the size of a match head. But to give you an example of what they look like, they kind of look like a really small jellyfish. They have a clear, gelatinous, barrel-shaped body with little tentacles that they use to feed. These guys, just like that nurse shark that we saw, are nocturnal. So if you were ever to come out here doing some night swimming or night diving, you would notice that all of these corals look a little bit fuzzy. And that's just because it's their little tentacles all reaching out, feeding on plankton and other microbacteria in the water out here. I mentioned that we have the two main types, the hard and soft coral, and they differ based on their exoskeleton. We all have skeletons as well. We just wear ours on the inside. They all wear theirs on the outside for protection and structure. Soft corals have a protein called gorgonin as their exoskeleton, and it's very similar to the protein in our hair and our fingernails, which is what helps it to kind of look like it's glowing in the breeze when it's moving with the current down there. Some of the soft corals that we have out here, we have sea fans, which are all the ones that look like big leaves that are just anchored to the seafloor down there. Look like something you would pick up and just fan yourself off with on a hot day like today. We have sea rods, which are tall, thin, and cylindrical with a blunt end, and sea whips, which are similar to those sea rods, but they taper off at the end, just like Indiana Jones's whip would. We also have sea fingers out here, which are short, cylindrical, a little stubby, and they have the same lines on them as the knuckles on a human finger. We also have sea plumes, which look like the feathers on an ostrich. As for these hard corals, they have an exoskeleton made out of calcium carbonate. What these little coral polyps and the hard corals do is they take all of the carbonic acid out of the oceans, which is very beneficial, helps to keep our oceans nice and clean and clear, and then they use that, combine it with some calcium, and they turn it into their exoskeleton. Calcium carbonate is essentially limestone, so that's why everything down there looks a little rocky. It does have a pretty hard exoskeleton on there. Some of the ones that look like big boulders with a bunch of nods on them are boulder, star coral. We also have brain coral, which is big and round. It has the same grooves and indentations as the human brain. We also have a couple types of branching coral down there. We have staghorn coral, which looks like a bunch of thin twigs, also resembles the antlers on a deer. And we have elkhorn coral, which is similar to that staghorn coral, but the branches are a little bit broader and a little bit flatter. We do have one type of hard coral up here that we like to warn everybody about. If you guys are planning on doing some snorkeling or diving down here, or maybe you're down here for many seasons to catch some lobster or get into these waters, you definitely want to pay attention to this. Fire coral is rusty brown in color with white leading edges, and it's very jagged. It looks like a jagged piece of sheetrock. And this is an example of a coral that gets its name not because of what it looks like, but because of what it can do. If you were down here swimming around and you got knocked into a piece of fire coral, let's say you bumped into it with your arm, you're immediately going to feel a burning sensation. Just like if you put your hand on a hot stove or a hot iron, it would be pretty unpleasant for you. But unlike the burns that you would get on land, there's nothing you can do to make this pain go away. You can't put any creams or ointments on it. Ibuprofen and Advil are not going to help you. You just have to wait this pain out. And depending on how sensitive your skin is, it can last anywhere from a couple of days to actually up to a couple of months. So it's something that you definitely want to steer clear of. But eventually that pain is going to subside. You'll probably get left with a pretty interesting scar. It'll be a nice story to tell people later. But you might kind of forget about how painful it was. And say 3 years from now, you decide you want to come back, give snorkeling out here another chance, and this time you bump into it with your foot. Well, your foot is going to get that same burning and stinging sensation that your arm had 3 years prior, but also that old wound is going to flare up as well. So now you have 2 parts of your body that are burning and stinging. There is still nothing you can do to make that pain go away.
Subscribe, like, and talk to you later. Bye.